Hi, early morning this morning as I've got a busy day. But tomorrow, the Cafe Nero section winners are announced. The shortlist you've got 4 in each section. You've got 4 fiction, 4 non-fiction, 4 children's and 4 debut novels. And tomorrow, the winners of each section are announced. And then in March sometime, the overall winner is announced. So I just thought I'd go through who I think is going to win each section. I've only managed to read the fiction section. I've read all 4 of those. And I've looked at Goodreads as well to see what has got the most, my scrappy bit of paper. Sorry, the most views, likes, ratings, that's the word. In 4th place, they've got The Hypocrite, Levitation for... hang on. In 4th place, they've got The Hypocrite by Joe Hamier. Now, this was one that I quite liked. This was the father-daughter relationship thing, where the daughter is a playwright and she's written a play about a holiday with her father, and she makes him watch it, and you see him recognizing himself on stage, and you see that in a flashback you see what happened on the actual holiday. So you've got this father-daughter conflict. So looking at Goodreads ratings, that's number 4. Number 3 is Levitation for Beginners by Susanna Dunn. That's the one I've most recently finished, and this one reawoke so many memories of the 70s. The David Cassidy, the 60s, 70s. There's David Cassidy posters that I used to have on the walls and things like this, because it's about that being a young girl in that era. And you've got our main character, and she has got a very secure friendship group until Sarah Jane arrives. And then Sarah Jane brings her glamour, and there's also secrets, and I enjoyed that because it took me back. Number 3 they've got is Lost in the Garden by Adam S. Leslie. Now, this was this fever dream where everybody's going to Almonby. Well, you're told not to go to Almonby, never go to Almonby, and you've got these 3 people who go to Almonby, and it's a journey that lasts forever because Almonby's not on a map anywhere. And when they get there, you've got the ghosts of the dead who are wandering around, and everything is sort of very surreal and otherworldly. But it's a book you can't put down because you just don't know what's going to be happening. What Goodreads, the highest rating at Goodreads is the Donald Ryan book, Heart Be at Peace, where you are set in sort of 2019 in a small town in rural Ireland, and you've got 21 voices, 21 perspectives, and through these 21 voices you have you get a picture of the town and what's happening, and the way the drug dealers are taking it over, and the fears for the children. And that's what the Goodreads have got as their number 1. And I think that one as well, because I really enjoyed that one. I'm torn between Lost in the Garden and this one. Lost in the Garden was just out there, but for community, for heart, the Donald Ryan one. So I think that will win that section. Moving on to the debut fiction section. I've only read 2 of those, so I can't pass comments on the others because I've not read them. But they looking at the Goodreads ratings, number 4 is Monumenta by Lara Haworth, which is one I didn't read, and it's all to do with a house being requisitioned as a monument to a massacre, and Olga, who owns the house, having to reunite her children for one final moment. And it describes it an atmosphere of political surreality, and a tender, magical story of family love and loss. So I've not read that one. That's what the ratings say is number 4. The number 3 is, it surprised me because they've got number 3 as Glorious Exploits by Ferdia Lennon. Now, this is the one that I absolutely adored when I read it. Now, for me, that will be the winner of the section. That's the one I would. I saw the 4 in the shortlist, and I thought, that one. But according to Goodreads ratings, number 3. This is the one with the set in ancient Syracuse, and you've got the potters putting on the plays of Euripides, and all in Irish, with the Irish intonation, the Irish dialect. Absolutely fantastic read. Then number 2 is Wild House by Wild Houses by Colin Barrett, which was longlisted for the Bookers last year. And I did read that one because I read it for the Bookers. And this was, again, set in Ireland, and it's about a simmering feud between small-time dealer Killian English and County Mayo's fraternal enforcers Gabe and Sketch Ferdia, spilling over into violence and an ugly ultimatum. And you've got a kidnap in there as well. And yeah, it's a good read. I enjoyed that one. I still think Glorious Exploits, but according to Goodreads ratings, number 1 is No Small Thing by Elaine MacDonald. Now, this was one that when I was looking through the library and whatever, the library didn't have this one. I couldn't get it. It's not even on Audible. So there's no way of getting this one because I don't like to buy books. I prefer to go to well-loved used books, if possible, or use the library. And this one is when Livia left her husband and her daughter Mickey. She never imagined Mickey would find her years later with a daughter of her own. And now they share one small council flat in South London, and it's confronting the complicated power of a mother's instinct and the damage we can do to the people we love most. That's got the highest rating on Goodreads. So if you're looking at the Goodreads ratings, that will win the section. But I think it'll be Glorious Exploits. Well, that's the one I want to win. The children's section, I haven't read any of those, so I can only look at the Goodreads section and the Goodreads ratings. Sorry, I'm rambling a bit. It's a bit early in the morning. I don't normally do videos this early, but I've got a busy day. And number 4, they have got Bird Boy by Catherine Bruton, which is about Will, who stays in the mountains after the death of his mother, and he discovers an osprey nest and finds a chick with a broken wing, and he helps her to heal and finds a new strength in himself. That's their number 4. The third highest rating is The 12 by Liz Hyder. And this is a fantasy that explores the power of love and friendship in the face of ecological turmoil, set against the magical backdrop of the Pembrokeshire coast. Their number 2 is Chronicles of a Lizard Nobody by Patrick Ness. And when Zeke and his friends become hall monitors, they have no idea what they're in for, especially when Pelicanassus, the school bully and wannabe supervillain, develops a grudge that gets wildly out of hand. Can they save their school from being destroyed by a megalomaniac pelican. Their number one in the ratings, the number one ratings is How to Survive a Horror Movie by Scarlett Dunmore. Horror enthusiast Charlie is determined to keep a low profile at her new school until someone starts killing off her senior class, and the ghosts of her former classmates are adamant that she must solve their murders. So, according to Goodreads ratings, that is the one that will win the section. I've not read them, I don't know. What I will do is, when the section winners are announced tomorrow, I will read the ones that I haven't read yet. I will read the children's one that won, and if the debut fiction one is one that I've not read, I will read that as well, then I can have a look. I've missed the non-fiction out because I'm just not a non-fiction person. So a very rambling video about what I think will win the sections. So the ones I would think will win will be Donald Ryan, Heart Beard Peace, Glorious Exploits by Ferdia Lennon, and I've not read the children's, but according to Goodreads, the one that will win the section is How to Survive a Horror Movie. So we'll see. So I'll come back tomorrow when they're announced and let you know which ones I'm going to read or have got to read. So happy reading. Take care.